What's up, YouTube community, and welcome back to the one and only Emperor Atheist show with your host, Emperor Atheist. First and foremost, thank all my likes and my dislikes. Thank all my new subscribers and old subscribers. And y'all keep sharing this channel and keep sharing this information. Today, I want to speak about Hinduism, which is the third largest religion in the world, next to Churchianity or Christianity, which basically includes Catholicism in that, and Islam being the second largest. Christianity, according to the last poll I watched, Christianity had like, I think, a little over 2 billion, and Islam almost at 2 billion, and Hinduism being the third largest religion in the world, followed by Buddhism and other religions. So I want to today, I want to talk about Hinduism, basically practiced in the East, in India. And does Hinduism have a reason to be believed? Is it any better than Christianity or Islam? Short answer, probably yes. But I want to get off into Hinduism today, if that's okay with my audience. Hindus believe in a particular, instead of going into the whole spiel of Hinduism, that would take a long time because it's really a very interesting religion. But instead of going into the whole spiel, they believe in a particular supreme being, deity, just like the Abrahamic faiths, called the Brahman, okay? And the Brahmin have all of these other avatar gods and goddesses that works up under his or her, will, or whatever the case may be. But the thing about Hinduism is very inclusive. It's not like Christianity or Islam being exclusive, meaning in Christianity, if you don't believe in this Jewish zombie of 2,000 years ago who died for your sins, you're going to some damn hellfire and burn forever. Well, Hinduism totally goes in the opposite direction of that. They actually are very inclusive, and they believe that all religions are a particular path to truth, which is a good thing. They believe that all religions are right in a certain way, and everything will be okay. They don't say we hate Buddhists or we hate Christians or we think Christians are wrong or we want to debate this person. No, they don't think like that. They think that all spiritual systems are the same. All religious systems are the same, going to one particular supreme truthful path. But they have many different gods and goddesses, totally different from Christianity. And the thinking basically is not accepted over here in the West because the West is kind of twisted in their thinking. They just believe basically in Moses and Lot having sex with his own daughters. That's the stuff they like over here. Having kids by his own daughters and some zombie Jew raising people from the dead and walking on water. So really they don't have room to talk about these other religions. But anyway, so Hinduism, they also have an evil being, a lot of evil beings. They don't have one particular being as Christianity and Islam. Islam, Shaitan, which is just a twisted Arabic or Syriac version of Satan in the Bible, which means adversary. Not to be confused with Lucifer, the Bible. And I think I've talked about that before. But anyway, so they have a particular set of what we would call, I guess, evil or negative beings called avaras, right? Called asaras, asuras, that's a particular name. But one in particular, which I guess you could really compare to the devil of the Bible, the Satan of the Bible, which one would be called Rahu. It's very interesting. I read about this guy in college. I just refreshed myself upon Rahu. Rahu was the snake god, by the way. It's funny how the Bible story and Hinduism is older than Judaism and Christianity. But this is a snake god. He's a snake that swallowed the sun, and he swallows the sun and the moon to cause his eclipses. So y'all didn't even know how eclipse start, but that's how eclipse happen. It's because the snake god, Rahu, swallows the sun and the moon. And we thought we knew everything. But yes, Rahu swallows the sun and the moon, and that's what causes eclipses. But he also tried to drink of this divine nectar in Hinduism. It's divine nectar that makes you live forever. It's called a divine nectar of immortality. And he actually got a hold of it, and he was drinking it. But before it got all the way down through his snake body, a Vishnu avatar, female god, avatar Vishnu, which is a very popular goddess in Hinduism, cut off his head, cut his head off. So the divine nectar of immortality only got to his head, and the rest of his body died. But he is immortal now because the nectar got to his head. So he is symbolized now as just the head in Hinduism. I might get that as a chain on my neck. I think that'll be cool. Get a Rahu head on my head. I think that would go, you know, everybody be rocking these Jesus pieces. I'm going to get a snake head of Rahu. So Rahu is immortal just in his head because the Vishnu avatar cut his body off. Should intelligent people actually believe that happened? Hell no. But I'm just giving y'all the story. But like I say, the good thing about Hinduism is that it's inclusive. It doesn't think it's better than anybody else like Christianity. It isn't going around killing you if you don't believe in Vishnu or Rahu or Brahman. And it's a very old religion. It's a very old religion. You have Buddhism, which actually branched off. And I'm going to make another video talking about Buddhism and the founder of Buddhism, or who we think is the founder of Buddhism, Gautama. But Hinduism is a very interesting religion. It's not as dangerous as Christianity or Islam, Judaism. But on the theist side, it's ridiculous to actually believe. And it's a lot of Hindus. Like I said, it's the third largest religion in the world. So it's a lot of these people who basically probably take this religion literal. Do I think Hinduism harms society? Well, I've never lived in any society. I see a lot of Hindu temples over here in America. They don't seem to be bothering some people. One thing they don't do is they don't knock on my door with brochures and shit, talking about no damn Jehovah or talking about Brahma or Vishnu. They don't do that. That's Jehovah's Witnesses. They're very harmful. So I am anti-theist towards Jehovah's Witnesses, definitely. They bother me in my sleep. But Hindus don't do that. They don't knock on my door. They don't put brochures on my window to try to make me come to the temple. They basically stick to themselves. So as far as I'm concerned, as the theist is concerned, the person, I think they're okay people. They're good people. They mind their own business, buy a lot of gas stations. They own a whole bunch of gas stations all over the United States. A lot of them. So they get money through gas and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, that's my take on Hinduism. But if I had to compare Hinduism and Christianity, it really wouldn't be a fair comparison because it's so different. Like I said, Christianity or Islam. To compare it to Islam is totally different. Because in Islam, you have this one particular prophet, this Prophet Muhammad, this pedophile guy who rode to heaven on a horse, who married a 6-year-old girl and had sex with her when she was 9. He was 50 years old at the time. So they have this sole person that they look to as being the eyes and the hearing for this Allah God, this Allah guy. And then within Christianity, you have this one Jesus Christ dude that so-called died for all the sins of the world. We don't know what happened to all the people before him. I guess he died for all their sins too. So they didn't have to pray to Jesus or do none of that crap. So I don't, you know, in hindsight, Hinduism has so many different practices and beliefs, difference of beliefs. Like I said, they're so inclusive. You really can't compare the two or the three religions. Can't compare Hinduism with the Abrahamic faith, Judaism, Islam, or Christianity. But if I had to, if I had to take a poll and say which one made more sense, well, none of them make sense. But if I had to say which one was better, I guess I would have to pick Hinduism over the Abrahamic faiths. And reason being, because like I said, they don't really bother people. And they're not just cutting people's heads off, not recent years, because of you not believing in Brahma. So if I had to choose between any other Abrahamic faith and Hinduism, definitely Hinduism. But does Hinduism make any more sense than Christianity? No, it doesn't. They believe in these crazy gods, all these different things, stories. They're just stories that intelligent people shouldn't believe in. And by the way, on the continent of India, they have a very high IQ. By the way, Indians are very smart people. As you can see, they come over here. Almost probably your doctor's probably Indian, probably a Hindu. These are very smart people, high IQ people. They're not dummies, but like I say, smart people believe in stupid things. So I had an Indian doctor a few years ago, and we talked about Hinduism, and he was really excited when he seen that I knew about Hinduism. I was like, he's really into this stuff. But yes, it makes no more sense than in Abrahamic faiths, except on the fact of the human part of being inclusive instead of exclusive. Other than that, they're both crazy beliefs. But hey, you know, it is what it is. But if you haven't ever studied, as far as the holy books for the Hindus, these are called the Vedas, and they're very interesting. If you've never read the Vedas, any of the Vedas, the Rig Vedas, very interesting book. Bhagavad Gita is another very interesting read. I think the Bhagavad Gita is probably one of the biggest holy scrolls written. It's longer than the Bible. So, yeah, if you've never read any of the Vedas, just check it out, see what you think. It's interesting mythology, very, very interesting mythology, and the way they think and the way the people was thinking at that time to even write this stuff. It's creative, very creative. And that's another thing I would say. The Vedas are much more creative than the Bible. The Bible writers, I mean, they wrote a bunch of ridiculous shit. Samson and Delilah and strong men and getting their eyes cut out. A man in a damn well for 3 days. That just wasn't too bright to me. The Vedas are more creative. They're more creative thinkers when they wrote their myths. The Bible, you know, raising people from the dead and walking on water, turning water into wine. It just don't impress me a lot as far as being in my favorite satire of mythology. So yeah, I guess I would pick, as far as me reading a mythical book, the mythical Vedas over the mythical Bible. I would have to pick the Vedas. It's more entertaining. It's more of a Netflix read if you want to read the Vedas. If you're into Netflix and stuff, that the Bible is more of it's boring as hell. It's long and boring with a bunch of crazy shit. But that's it. I'd like to thank y'all for watching my show. Tune in. Keep tuning in for the Emperor Atheist Show. And help me grow. And also, still be on the lookout every week, every Sunday, 8 p.m. for the Black Heathen Show with me, Dragnot, and my man Nate Brody, A.K.A. MP. Peace out. I'm Emperor Atheist.